Good morning, David.
Morning, Joe.
How are we feeling?
A lot better than yesterday. A lot better than yesterday. Surprisingly, my legs can move. My toes seem to have recovered
Good.
a wee bit. My interviewing skills are still as bad as day one, but apart from that, roaring success.
No worries. Right. Well, you'll be glad to hear I've only got two more questions for you.
Right.
So, first question for you is, how would you describe this event to people who are looking in from the outside?
First of all, it's not quite what you expect. I was drawn in by the thought of going up in the hills and challenging myself physically over a day and a half, 2 days. But the event's obviously over 5 days, and I'd say I was really taken and pleasantly surprised and supremely motivated by what went on in the first 3 days.
Yeah.
Stevie himself, of course, is a force of nature that you don't get many to the pound, guys like Stevie. But on top of that, you got some really inspirational speakers as well who completely complement everything that Stevie does. So it basically lifts you and gets you in the right place for the hills.
So, what is it? How would you describe those first 3 days then?
It's almost like what analogy could you use? It's almost like the young recruit that joins the army. You get stripped right back, and then you get built right up again in a different way. That's probably the best way I would say it. It's not a painful process, but it's not quite what you expect either. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Just to make that clear.
Excellent. And my final question for you is sort of touched on it already. Who is Stevie Cat?
Who is Stevie Cat? That's the $1,000,000 question. He's someone I would recommend anyone to connect with. If you want to, I think what I said in one of my first videos, Joe, was that one of the reasons I came here was to discover a new bit of myself. If anyone wants to discover a new bit of themselves or to take themselves off in a different direction or move to a different level, Stevie is one guy you should seriously consider contacting. So I would describe him in terms of a process rather. I don't think you can describe him with adjectives. I don't think that's possible.
He's a process.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's great. Thanks, David.